All right,
He
we
got
be
an
live,
iPhone,
everybody.
man.
So let me go ahead. Hold on. Let
All
me
right,
get
let's
these
get it, man. Let's
shares.
get it.
Let me get these shares in real
I'm in the
quick.
flesh, man.
I'm gonna have to bust my shirt
What's
out
up,
too.
Paul?
Q. I should have put it
You
on
in the
Hey,
today.
flesh, but you
Jones,
ain't in the
why?
audio.
Jones, why your thing's so fuzzy, man? What's going on with your phone, man?
Dude, talking about this.
Nah, the sad part is he ain't on his phone. The sad part is he's on a laptop. That's the crazy part about it.
Yo,
Oh,
yo,
oh, that's
it's
right.
Taco Tuesday.
Acer.
He got that Nelly action going
Tuesday.
on.
Tuesday.
Hey,
He's got that
John.
Nelly.
He got that Teddy Riley. What Teddy say? Why am I paying y'all? Why am I paying y'all?
Hey, Jones. We would love to hear what you saying, bro. We really
No, we
would.
would. No, we would not. No, we would not.
Nah, we gotta get bro on here, man. You know, bro love it. He's a comedy.
Hold on, pull it up.
Yo, you might need
I
power
don't know
down,
what's
power
wrong.
up or something.
I don't know what's wrong with my action, man.
I know last week you was Gucci. What
Hey, man, it was
happened?
going good.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
He
know
went.
what
He
you
I don't
went
did.
know.
from.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
man,
I
he
think
went from. He went from Gucci to Kmart.
just that quick. So we got people that's getting in here. Jones, we don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm about to cut you off. But everybody, thank you for tuning in to another show of Beyond the Game. We got my guy Old Goat Petey. We got Keezy over. We got Hot Dog down below. We got Jones down below. We got special guest in the building who's been trying to get on the show for a minute. We got my guy Ozon in the building. Zoe, what's going on with you, baby?
What's up, man? What's up? Glad to be here, guys. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you've been having a lot of these debates and stuff going in the group chat. So I mean, in the group page. So we had to get you on here. But before we do, Dirt Bowl. What's going on with Dirt Bowl this season?
Actually, man, we have a meeting tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Myself, Dr. Ferguson, and Miss Jackie French, and we're gonna find out what's gonna happen, man. So right now, we really don't know, but I got a feeling, man, that it's not gonna go down this summer.
This
So
But
summer,
what's the
yeah.
dirt bowl? What is that?
Oh, Hot Dog. We gotta get you together, baby. We gotta get you
Hey,
Hey,
together.
we
man, I'm from
can't
the
blame Hot
country.
Dog. We cannot blame Hot Dog.
You right. You
I'm
right.
from the country,
He's
man.
from
You
he's
right.
from Scott County.
Well,
I'm from
Dirt Bowl
Harrison
is,
County.
is
It's even worse.
essentially Dirt Bowl is essentially a basketball tournament held every single summer. Well, actually, it's a basketball league. My bad, though. It's a
Yeah.
basketball league held every summer where you have former NBA players, college players come back and play in it throughout the summertime, man. So it's
And
basically
and
Okay.
it's outdoors.
and it's outdoors.
Oh, that's cool.
Basically, think about the Rucker Park. That's basically
Oh, I
what
know.
it
Okay,
is.
I
Yeah,
got you.
basically what it is. And
Just in
actually,
Lexington.
actually, it was rated the number one outdoor street ball league in America. I think it was back in the '70s or the '80s. Though you might
the
you might
80s,
know the '80s.
back in the
Okay,
80s, yeah.
back in the '80s. Yeah, it was rated the number one outdoor street ball tournament back in the '80s. But
Actually, it was in the book Raw Recruits. If y'all have read the book Raw Recruits, it mentions the Lexington Dirt Bowl in that book as well.
so you
So
I'll
it's,
go,
check it out.
yeah,
yeah,
Raw
go
Recruits
talk
is a
here.
great book, man. For
Hey,
real.
it's a good time, man. I mean, since Coach Ferg and O has stepped in and took over, man, the uniforms have changed. I mean,
Good time,
everybody
man.
uniforms pop, man. It's a
Definitely.
great.
I'm
I'm
playing
telling you,
dirt
it's a
bowl,
great
man.
league. It's a great time to go out there and watch it, and you get some of the best hoopers from around, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
get all the best hoopers from around, and you have some teams. Shout out to the Bulls. They get hot, man. They how many they run off? Oh,
Man, they done won 5 of the last 6.
I'm telling you,
Man,
man.
so
I,
they got ballers, man, and
Is,
it's,
is
it's
that is that considered a dynasty?
yeah, no doubt. And you winning five out of
Oh,
six, man. Man, that's
ooh.
man. I'm telling you, man. They rival Charlotte Court and the Pistons, man. That's how deep it is, man. That's how dominant they've been, for real.
That's what's up.
Yeesh.
so before we get into these topics, Ozon, I'm gonna ask you this quick question: Who is the best dirt ball player you've ever seen?
Me. Come on, man. Hey,
Oh
hey,
my God, here we
hey,
go.
guys. Hey, guys. We're not even gonna go through this.
Pete, this is why you get your mic muted from time to time.
Right.
This is exactly why, bro.
Pound for pound,
Yeah.
I want to say Lil Scott Ferguson.
Okay.
Pound for pound,
Mm.
Okay.
man.
Shout out to Scotty then. Shout
Look,
out to
look,
Scotty.
right now,
Can't
the
believe
best players
it.
going. Right now, the best player going is Dominique Hagens. But
Hey.
what I've seen,
Scotty.
is Scott Ferguson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shout out to Scotty. He shares the show from time to time. We might have to get him on here.
Yeah.
Hey, but Jones, bro. They going in on your
Man, they sure are.
on your Boost Mobile joint that you got going on over, bro.
Hey, Coach Truck said the Bulls, we winning, we riding.
Stop it. Hey, let me tell you about him. Last year, he was on the Lakers. Man, he was on the Knicks. Man, whoever was
Anybody
winning,
who was gonna win.
man, that's who he's
I
riding
don't
with.
Yes, sir.
Jones, we would love.
know, bro.
Yep, whatever you just said. But anyways, I don't know what Jones is talking about, so we gotta go get this show. We gotta get this show started today. A big topic has been. Yep, what you said. But a big topic has been the Michael Jordan leaked audio that just got released today. I'm about to pull up a clip right here of the I don't know, I didn't even get it. So anyways, I ain't even gonna pull up the audio because I forgot to download it. But anyways, Ozon, I'm gonna throw it over to you first. What are your thoughts when you first heard the Michael Jordan leaked audio saying he didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team?
I was appalled,
Oh,
man, because at the time, Isaiah was one of the best point guards well, it was later in his career, but I felt like he was still one of the best point guards in the game. And I can understand why Jordan
Tell
didn't
him,
want him on the
Ozon.
team.
Tell him.
I
Let him
can
know.
under, I can understand why Jordan didn't want him on the team because of all the friction that he's caused, you know what I'm saying, at that time with between the Bulls, the Celtics, and everybody else, the Lakers, and so forth and so on. But for him not to be there is a travesty. And for
Absolutely.
what Jordan did was some bitch shit. I don't know if I can cuss on here, but
Oh,
Hey,
wait,
nah, you
wait,
good?
wait.
Nah, you
Yeah,
good,
you
bro?
good.
You good?
You
Let it
good.
fly.
yeah, but Jordan, man, that was gay. That was real gay.
Can I piggyback?
Go ahead,
Piggyback
PD,
off
jump
what
on
O
in
said?
there.
So and just let y'all know the backstory that I heard was that Isaiah Thomas's wife and Jordan's wife got into it at a playoff game, and Isaiah Thomas's wife spit on Jordan's wife.
Ooh, I ain't never heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
Now,
first for
now
me.
this is a story that I've heard before. And Isaiah Thomas's wife spit on Jordan's wife, and Jordan told him that day he was like, "I'll never play with you again." And just for your wife doing that act of spitting on my wife, I'm gonna make sure you ain't playing on the Olympic team.
But
And
the
that's
thing is,
If
but
that's the
from
story, then I ride with it. But I mean, you don't have to lie about it. But if that's the true story, you might as well come out and tell the truth. Don't.
yeah,
They should have said that in the last. They should have brought that out in the Last Dance.
they hid a lot of stuff in the Last Dance. That's why I didn't watch it.
but the
Right.
thing is, Isaiah's never said anything bad about Jordan ever. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Has never said
No.
anything bad about Jordan.
Here come this guy again.
What
Well,
about before I throw it down there to
Mike
Jones
didn't say
Keezy?
bad about Isaiah either. They just they both give each other their respect. But if that's the situation, then it is what it is. But
Yeah, no doubt.
What about you, Jones? Before your camera gets all
Before you
pixelated
freeze
again.
up again.
Hey, man, I feel like this, man. Everybody knew Jordan had something to do with it. He didn't like Zeke. So it's no surprise to me that, I mean, what comments were said. I mean, we already knew we didn't like him. We knew him and Magic didn't want him on the team. So whether the comments are just coming out, I feel like it's nothing new. And Zeke,
But Jordan should have been
it's tough
Jordan
for
should have
Zeke,
been a
but,
man.
I mean, it happened in 1992, man. I would hope he would have continued on with his life and let it go by now. But
Nah,
But Jordan should have been a man and been like, "Look, man, I don't want to play with Zeke, man. You know what I'm saying?" And
I'm
be a man about it.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Ozon said, which was basically Jordan pretty much should have just owned up to it. I feel like the Last Dance documentary was his perfect opportunity to come out and express how he really felt. Like basically, you almost 60 years old, Jordan. Own up to it. Like your legacy is cemented. It's not gonna make
Right.
people look at you any different. If you just
It
came
will.
out, no, it won't. If he'd have just came out and said, "Look, in 1992, I didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team because of chemistry issues, or because he burned his bridge with Magic, with me, with Bird, with Scottie Pippen, and I don't think it would have been a good fit chemistry wise." If he would have came out and explained why he didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the team, I think people would have, they still would have been upset, but they would have understood why, as opposed to now he just saying he didn't want him on the team. Then it just looked like you petty and you was on some old petty shit, and that might go back to
it's like
what Pete was saying.
it's almost like it's damned if he do, damned if he don't. If he didn't say nothing, you see where we at right now, where he's looking like he's petty. If he does say something, he's petty and he's a prima donna, and he must think he's bigger than everybody else, which at the time he kind of was. But I mean, it's like he's damned if he do, damned if he don't.
like Ozon was saying, why lie about it?
I mean,
Yeah.
Because
women
because
lie,
in,
men lie all the
in the
time.
in the Last Dance documentary, he said he never said anything about Isaiah not being on the team. But now we come to find out that he did say he didn't want Isaiah Thomas
Hey,
on the team.
I-
So
I-
why lie about it?
Hey,
I mean, why do people lie all the time?
Look, go ahead, Pete.
But it's something that we touched on, and I told you, I was like, they omitted a lot of stuff
Yeah.
from The Last Dance, and that's why, because I know a lot of the stories, and I've heard a lot of the stories, and I've read it, came across a lot of the stories, and they omitted a lot of it, and that's why I couldn't really get into it, because it was not telling the truth. It's just what the media wants to portray about Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we go back to, just in Jordan in the media back when he played, it was always positive. But now the media is so negative. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
but but the thing is, we've always known Jordan to be an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't I didn't get that. I didn't get that from Jordan. I just thought he was a competitor. I didn't never think he was an asshole. But the thing is, as a competitor, he never forgot.
But
So
see,
if you did something to him, he's gonna remember that.
Yeah.
that's cool though. But my whole thing is okay. Like you said, a lot of this stuff was omitted from him. So Jordan pretty much had creative control over the whole documentary. So my thing is, I feel like if you lied about something this small and this simple, what else have you lied about? Because you could have easily just said, I didn't want him on the team, but now audio has come out. So if you lied about something that small, what else is Jordan not telling the truth about that he's possibly done?
Scottie Pippen probably
I
got
mean,
a bag
Jordan
full of
probably
money.
lies about a lot of stuff, man. I mean,
What was you
Hey
saying,
man, I'd like
Joe?
to touch on this real quick, man.
Go ahead, dog.
Man, my problem, Isaiah is probably the greatest player of Detroit history. I mean, that's just the way it is, and I just think it's a tragedy that man was not on the team. I've been saying this for weeks. We've been discussing this. It seems like for a month, every week, and it's just a travesty. I know MJ hated Isaiah for not walking off the court, not shaking his hand, but I still think it was I'm with Ozon. It was a bitch move. It really was. Back then, Isaiah was still the second best point guard in the league behind Magic. So he should have been on the team.
And to Ladarius's comment, if he says anything else, y'all gonna call him a snitch again. It ain't calling him a snitch, but you call a spade, bro. Like I don't know,
Just
understand
is
how
what
you
it
would.
is.
I don't understand how you would be snitching about that when you basically just coming out and telling I didn't want him on the squad. I mean that ain't snitching. That's telling how you really felt.
Wasn't that audio clip from like 2011?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
he was being recorded because they were coming out with the book about the Dream Team, and this is my whole thing as well. If Jordan knew that there was a possibility of this out there, why would he still go on the documentary and say he never said
Right.
it? You see what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
the
people.
stuff just ain't
That's
adding
how
up
some
for
people
me.
do, man. People are gonna lie until their backs is against the wall, and they can't move around. They can't get nowhere. I mean, we know Jordan's the man on the court, but off the court, in the media, nobody really agrees with much that he does. I mean, I could say it
Yeah.
But
myself.
at the same time, John Sally
On the
said
court,
that
off the court,
Magic didn't
completely
want him on the
different.
team either.
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of people that didn't want him on the team.
I'm
And-
telling you,
I don't think anyone did.
I'm
I don't
telling
think
you,
anybody really wanted him on the team except for
at
Christian
back-
Laettner. But
at backstory, man, I'm telling you.
they didn't want him on the team.
What'd you say, Keezy? They didn't even want him on the squad.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like if Jordan was at the time had the biggest voice because he was the biggest superstar in the league, and like Andrew said, Chuck Daly didn't even want Isaiah Thomas on the squad, and that's why I said I feel like if Jordan would have just came out and said chemistry wise, I don't think he should have been on the team. I don't think nobody would have had a problem because everybody would have understood that he burned a lot of bridges with a lot of people in the NBA.
I think Chuck Daly was just kind of rolling with the flow because when you really think about it, Isaiah was like the enemy of the NBA at the time. I mean,
He was.
He was a rival with Magic and them, and they both was point guards. And then you had Larry Bird in the East that he was threatening their legacy. And then he was kind of stopping them pushing Jordan going forward. Nobody's seen.
No, he did stop Jordan.
Yeah,
But go
coming
ahead.
what this is doing. Nobody really seen what was coming. So when you got most of the stars in the NBA, Pippen, not Pippen, but Bird, Magic, Jordan, that don't like this guy, everybody else kind of follows suit. Chuck Daly, I think he just went with it because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if you vouch for your guy, which you should have, they probably would have got a new coach.
Right. Chuck Daly just wanted to be a part of the ride. That's it. So he didn't want to throw rocks into a steel pond. He just wanted to be
like
a part.
He just said, he had a lot of bad blood, man.
Yeah.
Q, did you listen to the whole video? Did you listen to?
Like I told y'all, but like I've said in the past too, people in Detroit didn't even like Isaiah. The fans didn't even like Isaiah.
And Trey, before I let you jump in here, to get the last word, Trey makes a good point. Is that Jordan wasn't the only one who didn't want the squad. Jordan is just the only person who won't admit that he didn't want Isaiah on the squad.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's
true.
Go ahead. What was you about to say?
But I don't know if you listened to the whole podcast or not, but they said Chuck Daly was the perfect coach for them because he had coached the Detroit Pistons because they're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Because it was going to come down to Don Nelson and
He can
Pat
manage his
Riley.
egos.
Yeah, and he said he can manage those egos. But for him not to put Isaiah on there, it's unbelievable, man. I still can't believe
It
that.
was dirty.
Sean makes a good point before we wrap this segment up. Is his comments on Larry Bird also made him a bad guy from the league, aka David
Right.
Stern, which is Dennis Rodman said that if Larry Bird was a black dude, y'all wouldn't be going off about it. And then they asked Isaiah Thomas, and he pretty much backed him up. And I think it's a good point that the league was pretty much like, yeah, we can't have him representing.
But Isaiah did that to stand up for his teammate. That's why he did that. If you watch the Bad Boys 30 for 30, that's why he did that.
Yeah, but at the same time,
But he shouldn't have done it. I agree.
I was gonna say
He
sometimes you
shouldn't have
gotta
done it, but that's why.
pull Rodman to the side. Hey, bro, you gotta chill on that right now.
That's what it cost him, man. He still
So,
salty
like,
behind it,
so this comment that Ladarius said that they all admitted it. Have y'all heard it? Who else have y'all heard admit that they didn't want Isaiah on the team?
The only person I've ever heard is Scotty.
I haven't heard anyone.
I've heard Scotty and Magic.
Nobody else admitted either.
I've only heard Magic. That's it, Magic.
I was gonna say I've heard
Magic.
Scotty and Magic.
This
Larry
must
Bird.
be like a secret that they was trying to just take to the grave with him. But
I mean, nobody liked Isaiah,
Move.
man. Like Isaiah, know that nobody liked
Moody.
I was gonna say Isaiah pretty much knew what was up. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he burned a lot.
He saw the writing on the wall. He did.
Yeah.
well, he didn't quit crying about it. Let's move on. Shit, that was 40 years ago.
Right.
Let that go, don't he?
Hey,
Let it go.
next topic.
Hey,
It kind
so
of reminds me of Westbrook right now. Like, nobody really like Westbrook. He's like
James
Isaiah
Harden
right
does.
But
James
Westbrook,
Harden does.
Westbrook
now.
gonna be on that
James
Olympic
don't like
team.
that man.
Well, anyways, we're gonna keep on with it because Jones has lost his damn mind. So the NBA is talking about maybe starting possibly back up in July. So if it does start back up in July, I mean, you got a lot of NBA players who's coming out. Dame Lillard came out and he said some comments about it, saying if you're gonna throw us out there just to play 10 games, then he's gonna show up to support his team, but he's not gonna play. So we'll get into that as well. But before we do, I want to know your thoughts, guys, on the NBA making a return. What do you expect, Ozon, for the NBA to make a return in July? What do you expect, and who is your favorite to win it all? Laker gang, Laker gang, Laker gang, Laker gang.
That's right.
Bang bang, Laker gang.
The LA Brian Lakers is here.
Like it.
Stop it. Nice. Pete, stop it.
LA Brian Lakers, baby.
Hey,
You
talk
know
to
what it is.
talk to him. Pete there. I'm there. Ronnie there. Zuri there. Savannah there. We
Yeah.
there.
Man, hey,
Like the game.
boy, y'all gonna get me upset on here, man. Stop that.
Like, hey, we in the building, baby. Laker gang.
No, but if it was to come back, I would love to see the Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks in the finals, man. I think it would be a great finals.
Hold on, Keezy. You shaking your head? What's wrong with the Lakers and the Bucks in the finals?
The Bucks.
You don't like the Bucks?
They ain't gonna make it out the East.
Who you like out the East?
Because remember, like Petey said, if KD come back, Brooklyn gonna win the East.
KD's already said he's not coming back.
But KD's not coming back though, man.
He's already said he's not
No,
coming back.
so it depends on the format. So I was listening to ESPN earlier. Mike Greenberg was saying that he likes Boston because Boston got the youngest team. Boston got the youngest team, and if they got to play all these back-to-backs and all this kind of crazy schedule, then he likes Boston to come out of the East and they the team. I mean, it makes sense, but
Who you like coming out the West?
it's either gonna be the Lakers or the Clippers.
Nah, bro. You gotta choose one. Ain't gonna be no
pick one.
either. It ain't gonna be no either Lakers or Clippers. No, ain't no none of that.
Either ors.
Pick one.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they so evenly matched. Like they both gonna be super good on defense. They both gonna be good on offense. They both deep. I mean, it's a crapshoot.
Nah, bro. Pick one. Ain't no crapshoot.
Pick one.
Yep.
I'll go with the Lakers.
There we go. I just want to hear you say. I just want to hear you pick the LeBron.
If
team.
the Lakers don't win the championship,
Dude, stop,
then
man.
they wasted the year. And LeBron,
Right. Yeah.
We ain't worried about that. Well, I would have asked Jones, but he's frozen right now. I don't know what Buddy's doing. But anyway, so I throw it down here to Hot Dog. What are your expectations if the season was to resume in July?
Well, I'm just excited that it's possible coming back, even for 10, 12 games. But I go with the Clippers and the Celtics in the finals.
You said who?
Clippers and the Celtics in the finals.
Have the Clippers ever made the finals?
What's that?
On 2K?
Have Has the
Have they
Clippers
ever had
ever made?
Kawhi and Paul George on the same team
Answer me
with all the
this.
talent they had last year? No, they had
Listen.
not. But
No,
first time for
they
everything.
made the
First time for everything.
No hot dog. Champions repeat. You hear me?
Y'all,
It's
Lakers
been-
ain't
it's
been
been-
relevant 10 years.
It don't matter. Champions repeat. So
You can't repeat. You didn't make the playoffs last year. What are you repeating?
Only
Clippers
few
ain't
franchises
never
win
made finals.
championships, man. It is what it just is what it is. It's how
I agree
sports
with you,
been
but
forever.
you're wrong here.
I'm
wrong.
gonna have to disagree with you on that because the Raptors have never made it to the finals.
Yep, I was about to bring that point up as Ladarius brought up. He said that Toronto's never made the finals, but
There's a first time for everything, so we'll see.
So what do you guys think about the idea of the NBA just going, because it's so shortened, going to a just 1 through 16 format? Do you think they should do it that way, or they still should do it conference versus
That's
conference?
the perfect way to do it. That's the perfect way to test it out.
No.
Hold on.
Let the Lakers and the Clippers play each other in the finals and call it a day.
Go ahead,
I agree.
I don't. From what I
Two
heard
best
from
teams.
Brian Windhorst today, they're not going to do any regular season games because the owners are going to lose money on it. And it's all about money because they still have to pay those. They have to pay those players regular season games. You know what I'm saying? And with no income coming in, so they don't even want to do the regular season. So they just want to go shoot straight to the playoffs because you don't have to pay the players because they've already been paid. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think it's going to be a regular season. They're just going to go into the playoff format. But I would love to see like a round robin tournament first, and you know what I'm saying, get them all together, and then come out, and then you start seeding them then, and then that's how you roll out.
So let me ask you this, like you say 1 through 16, which I'm agreeing with y'all. I think they should just scrap it and just do 1 through 16. But how would they do the 14, 15, 16 season? Are we going strictly by record at the end of it? Are you going to do, like you said, a round robin to get those last 2-3 teams in? How would you do that?
Well, I have an opinion on that. I'm sorry.
Well, they said that they were going to do how they do the Olympic format, like they do the round robins like that. Yeah, pool play. And that's how they were going to get the seedings and stuff like that. So I think that would be dope too.
Right.
So let's say, for instance, they do it this way. Do you think they should stick to the format? Because you can accidentally fall upon something that actually ends up working. So do you think they should stick to the 1 through 16, or go back to the Eastern versus Western Conference?
I would love to see the pool play. I would love to
1 through
see
16.
because
1
through 16. Yeah. Because you know what I'm saying, there's always an imbalance from the west to the east, year in and year out.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's my question though.
The East was always so good, and the West was just okay. Now it's kind of because now only the top 3 teams in the East even got a chance. Nobody else really got a chance.
So here's my question though. Right now, the Pelicans were a couple of games out behind the Grizzlies going into this quarantine. Will they still get a chance to get that AC? Because I still think they would have caught up and passed the Grizzlies to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they might have, but they wasn't there. So no.
They still had to make up 3 games. They were 3 games.
They would have done it.
They were 3 games. They were 3 games out, man. I don't think they would have caught them with 3 games.
With 10 games left.
Would they play 65 games?
Yeah,
I would play 65 games.
So they had 7 games left.
That's
17 games left.
They would have done it. Oh, absolutely. They would have done it.
That's tough to make up 3 games.
That's tough because what you're saying is you're expecting the Pelicans to win and the Grizzlies to lose at the same time. Like that's a lot to happen within them 17 games for them to make up that ground. I don't think they would have made it up.
I stand by my statement.
You got a Jazz shirt on, don't you, right now? Is that a Jazz shirt? Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's that bullshit right there. That's exactly what. But anyway, so Hot Dog, you said you got a who in the finals? You have Celtics and Clippers?
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody watching that bullshit. Pete, who you got in NBA finals?
Hey, man, LA Brown Lakers versus the Sixers, man. LA Brown Lakers versus the Sixers, man. I mean, it is what it is. I like
Sixers
versus the Sixers, man.
They cannot win on the road.
They ain't got no point guard.
They don't have to. It's a neutral site.
They still on the road. They're not in Philly. They're gonna be playing in Orlando.
They
or Disney.
They can't face adversity on the road. You're right about that, But at a neutral site, I like the Sixers, man. I like Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, man. I like them to get them there, man, and play and versus the LA Brown Lakers, man.
Keezy, I got the same look you got.
Why you like the Sixers?
I just think that Simmons and Embiid, man. I think in a 5-game series, if you do 5 games, you just do if you do one game, the Sixers for sure gonna win.
How many years the Sixers been together now? 4 with Embiid and Simmons.
Yeah,
they three,
Three
or 4. But then they lost Jimmy Butler. People's forgetting about the Heat too because I got the Heat making a run.
I like the Heat too.
I like the Heat beating the Milwaukee Bucks in the East.
They're deep, man. The Heat are the most deep team in the East.
Yeah,
but Greek Freak is still the best player in the world.
Absolutely.
Hold on, you better,
Nobody can do anything with that guy.
I'm not even going.
He ain't got no jump shot. All he does is dunk.
Oh, okay.
See.
Hold on.
You go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh my gosh, I just called. Oh my goodness,
Pete, I'm with you.
Ozon,
I don't understand that.
You pushed the button right there. Oh yes, sir. Now, Greek Freak's best game is what? What is Greek Freak's best game? It's 43 or something like that. Greek Freak's best game is 43 points. How is he the best player in the world? He can't even score 50.
What's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
All he does is dunk.
What do you mean? How you
got to score 50 to be the best player?
Man, you got to be able to get buckets. You got to be able to get buckets. Man, he does not, man.
He doesn't get buckets?
No. What does he
I don't know.
He averages 27 and 14.
What does that mean?
I don't know what you're getting at, Petey, but I don't. I mean, that's not my reason why he's the best player. He's not the best player, but
he does it on both ends of the floor.
I think to be the best player, you got to completely take over a game, and he can't do it.
Nope.
Offensively and defensively, completely take over the game, like LeBron does time after time. My goodness,
LeBron is right now is better than Greek Freak.
Boy,
everybody's better than the Greek Freak. I can run off a whole list of people better than the Greek Freak.
No, you can't.
Let him fly, Pete. Go ahead, let him fly, Pete. Who you got?
JJ Redick for one guy. Nah, man. Look, Jimmy Butler, man. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the Brown.
Okay, Pete. If you had the number 1 pick, you would take all those players before you take Greek Freak.
No thought about it.
You are goddamn fool.
no thought about it.
Hey, Timothy said Pete is a baseball player and it shows.
Hey, look, Pete, you got people leaving. Y'all, it's been real.
Hey, Pete. So if Greek Freak can't score, who's number 3 in the league in scoring?
I don't know who.
Is he the second leader? Is he leading?
29.6 points a game.
That's because ain't nobody on his team.
Oh man,
talk to him, Pete.
It's easy to score a lot of points when you get the volume shots, man. You get a lot of volume shots, man.
Ladarius said, "Dog, I want to fight."
Hey man, I cannot believe you say Greek Freak is the best player in the world right now. Man.
Absolutely not.
Greek Freak could never be the best player in the world. At no point in time,
he's not even the best. He's not even the best Bucks player of all time.
As long as LeBron James got breath in his lungs.
We're worried about all time. We're worried about today.
Right now, he's not the best player in the world today.
Oh my God. So you said Greek Freak's the best player. I'm gonna get you back in here. You said Greek Freak's the best player. Pete picks JJ Redick over Greek Freak. Hey,
all day, no question.
Sidney Dean, who you like as the best player in the NBA? I don't know how we got off topic, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it real quick. Who you got as the best player in the NBA?
I'm not gonna say LeBron.
This motherfucker.
I'm not gonna say LeBron.
Hey man,
I know that's what you and Petey. I will not say LeBron James. No. Greek Freak probably the best player. Who won MVP?
My turn.
James Harden.
What does the MVP mean?
For that?
Steve Nash.
But hold on.
Beat Kobe Bryant for MVP. That don't mean nothing.
But see, that's my whole thing. Is one argument y'all always say the MVP is given to the most popular player. It's not always the best player or what. But now y'all saying
29 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks.
That's cute.
What else you want to do?
Freak is not the most popular player in the world.
That's cute.
LeBron James is.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But Greek Freak is the best. I'm telling you, if we would start a draft today, I would take Greek Freak number 1.
Wow. I'm taking LeBron number 1, even at 38 years old. I'm taking LeBron number 1.
Well, you only gonna be there for a couple years, G.
You might have 1 years after you did.
Andrew, only reason I'm not
bring me 2 titles.
Only reason I'm not counting Kevin Durant is just because he's injured. I'm going strictly by who's playing right now. Like
if Kevin Durant was on the play,
he would be the best player in the league. LeBron, KD is not better than LeBron. I don't understand this narrative. I don't even like LeBron, but I don't understand this narrative. I just don't.
That's because everybody's drunk right now. Let me ask you this question: what makes Greek Freak a better player than LeBron James? Since you got him as the best player in the league right now.
For one, he's 25.
Okay.
He's averaging 29, 13. He does it on both ends of the floor. He doesn't take plays off. LeBron takes plays off. As much as I love the Lakers and LeBron takes plays off.
Okay.
LeBron may take a few days off. I know Greek Freak is gonna be there night in and night out.
LeBron old, man.
Well, y'all lucky we burned this sage today in this house. Where
I know it's a whole lot of bad energy.
I had good energy before I came on the show. I don't understand this guy.
He's 25, man, and doing what he's doing. Come on, man.
At 25, LeBron James is in the finals.
Andrew says, besides passing, what does Bron do better than KD? Keezy, I throw that up right to you.
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh my God.
He's not a better scorer than KD. He can't shoot better than KD. Ain't neither one of them really gonna guard nobody.
I hope old Go James get a hold of this. It's no week. Hey, y'all giving him all the ammo he needs.
I can't believe it.
I hope old Go James.
So let me ask you this.
That's about Anthony Davis, but he better do.
So the 2018 was it the Cavs last year with LeBron? Was that 2018, right? No, 2017, right?
2018.
2018. Those Cavs. Would KD have gotten those same Cavs to the NBA Finals? Yes or no, Keezy?
No. I'm not
no.
Keezy, but no. Hell no.
Hell no.
Look, KD couldn't win a championship with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka. I mean, come on.
Hey,
lost to LeBron.
He had Westbrook on his team. That's the reason why.
Trey, you ain't got to tell him, man. Trey,
I got a question. I got a question on LeBron. It says here, Trey, my glasses ain't too good right now. He says LeBron was in the finals at age 22. Greek Freak did that yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
You got the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, okay. I'm
gonna tell you, my GOAT was in the final at the age of 20. MVP finals.
Who's that? Magic Johnson.
Magic.
My GOAT.
My
GOAT.
Is that those
point guard.
Is that those
point guard
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's?
No, those weapons.
So hold on.
Is that those James Worthies?
Hold on. So
Magic.
You got Magic Johnson as the greatest player of all time.
Those are those
that's my
Rambuses.
That's my GOAT.
So why you got Magic Johnson as your greatest player of all time?
You know how they say players have to learn how to win?
Yeah.
He came in winning. He's the last player. He's the last player to come in as an NCAA Finals MVP. Come in as his rookie year to win the NBA Finals MVP. The next time they won the finals, he was the MVP. It wasn't Kareem. It wasn't McAdoo. It wasn't.
I hear you.
It wasn't all those. It was Magic.
Shit, come
on, that's the reason why he's the GOAT to me.
Okay.
He went to the finals 9 times out of 11 years. Stop it. And he played against great teams. He didn't play against bums. He played against great teams.
Can I ask you what was Magic's record in the finals?
5-4.
Oh, okay.
5-4.
So
he got a winning record in the finals.
He's a winner.
But he only went 9 times though. He only went 9 times.
But see, hold on, Pete. This
hold on. He was in the finals 9 times out of 12 years of his career.
That's crazy.
But this is my argument though. So was the Western Conference weak when he was going to the NBA Finals?
No, how could it have been weak? You had the Rockets with Akeem and Ralph Sampson. They had
Tony Parker wasn't on the
Blazers.
The Blazers was always good.
The Sonics. Nah.
I heard one team.
The 90s.
I heard one team, the Houston Rockets. Okay, you got 2. Who's the second one, Keezy? So my whole thing is why is it when Magic Johnson go ahead. Utah was
good in the 80s.
Nah,
yeah,
I'm not going for that. But see, because this is not.
They had a cut out of Louisville in Utah.
And he was trash too, Daryl Griffin. But anyways,
hey, you watch your mouth now.
This is my whole argument. Exactly, Vincent. The West was terrible. So Magic Johnson goes 9 times in 12 years, and nobody says a word about him, going through a Western Conference that was trash. LeBron James goes 8 years in a row, and all the Eastern Conference is trash. Why don't we call the Western Conference trash when Magic Johnson was going? Because he went 9 out of 12 years. We don't say nothing about the Western Conference being trash.
The West was trash.
Thank you, Keezy. That's my whole thing. Is the Western Conference was trash too when Magic Johnson was going.
The East was real tough, so it was hard to get through the East. And
Okay,
get to
but
the finals. If you came out the East, you got to the finals, you knew you had a great chance to win the championship.
That's why Michael Jordan never made
Okay,
it.
but LeBron's East, how many teams were below 500 making the playoffs?
Well, I mean, if you want to use,
Go look it up. Go look it up.
Hold on.
No, he had more than a couple. I'm sure it was about 14 on the bottom of that East was below 500.
I agree with you, but do you know that same game that Michael Jordan had the 63 against the Boston Celtics, you know that Chicago Bulls team made it to the playoffs with a losing record. So let's stop acting like this is the only time that when LeBron was playing the teams made it with a losing record. Teams been making the playoffs with losing records since the NBA been going on. So let's stop acting like it just now started happening. So it was happening back in the 80s too, oh.
Magic is still my GOAT.
Hey,
because Magic doesn't have to score. Kareem, my man said Magic had Kareem and LeBron had it.
I like what Trent.
But let me tell you something. The Lakers hadn't won since '72.
Okay.
They got Kareem in '73. They didn't win until Magic got there.
Okay.
And then they continue to go off and win 5.
Give him a history lesson about our Lakers. Man. Give him a history lesson.
So don't play. Magic is that dude.
Yeah, Magic, he's cool. He's still the second greatest point guard ever behind Isaiah Thomas. But I'm just saying though, let's stop acting like the Western Conference was so much tougher back in the day. Why you turn your head around, man? Why you want to fight me or something?
Don't disrespect my guy, man. I cried back in '92, man, when they said he got the virus, man. It hurt me bad.
Coronavirus.
Not that virus. I wish it was the coronavirus.
So hold on. Oh, I'm really interested in your greatest of all time. So you got Magic 1. So round out your top 5 for me real quick before we go to the next subject.
Kareem's there. Jordan's there. LeBron's there.
Is this your order that you got?
No, it's not my order.
Give me your order.
Jordan's number 1. To me, Jordan's number 1. I'm just saying, Jordan's number 1. Jordan's number 1.
Okay.
Magic's number 2.
Okay.
Kareem's number 3.
Okay.
Russell's 4 and LeBron's 5.
5.
Hey,
What?
No. Okay. Oh,
you cannot dispute 11 championships.
I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at you, but I got a question. So if LeBron's in your top 5 greatest of all time, how is the Greek Freak the best player in the NBA right now?
Because he's 25, putting up 29, 13, and 4. How many blocks he's got?
Bron wasn't doing that at 25?
Shit, is Bron gonna play tomorrow?
Yeah.
I understand where you're at. I
know I'm gonna get this every night from Greek Freak. LeBron's gonna take nights off.
But see, this is my whole argument. Y'all say the Greek Freak because he's 25 is the best player in the NBA, but y'all said Jordan at age 32, 33 was the best player in the league. So what does age got to do with it?
Because Jordan was playing 82 games a season and coming out and giving it to him every night.
LeBron's best player 82.
When has LeBron played 82?
He played not the last season, but the season before that.
And how many other times has he did it?
We ain't talking about that right now.
just know he crossed that bridge.
Know he done it. Yeah.
because when Jordan came back after his first retirement, 97 or 96, from 96 to 98, he played 82 games, 3 consecutive years.
He missed basketball. That's how that was. But Buford, your fellow Laker fan, he said no Kobe in your top 5.
He's 6.
He's 6.
Tony Parker was my 6. I understand that.
Oh my God!
My God! Anyways, you've had a couple of recent NBA players come out here lately with comments against Michael Jordan. One of them has been Karl Malone. I'm gonna put the audio up here.
So when I say the name Michael Jordan, what comes to mind?
Michael Jordan.
Well,
what else I need to say? Thank you. Go ahead.
So talk to me about the Game 6 finals in Utah when he stole the ball.
Why do I have to? But I tell you this, I'm all man, and I accept the responsibility for not winning one, and we was there. We just happened to be playing the Chicago Bulls, which wasn't just Michael Jordan, by the way. And I have the utmost respect for Michael, but I never thought I was playing Michael Jordan. I was playing the Chicago Bulls. But let's not, everybody say this person was a bad man and all that. Well, yes, I give them respect. But I got a set of them. I'm a man, and I was a bad son of a bitch too. So that's how I look at that, and that's who I am. Maybe in my older years, I can call it that bluntly, but I'm just calling it like I see it. So.
Hey, can I say something first real quick, please?
Go ahead.
Hey, man, first of all, shout out to Karl Malone looking like a Duck Dynasty extra, number one. Number two, I think that man is still salty after all these years that he couldn't get past the Chicago Bulls. Of course, you're going to just say Michael Jordan, which I understand that, but it sounds like Malone just really salty that he could never get past the Bulls, which he denied a lot of people. Let's not forget, man, Gary Payton made some really insane comments during the Last Dance documentary about how he checked him, and that just wasn't the case. But yeah, I think Karl Malone's still salty after all these years.
What? I don't understand. He didn't say anything wrong. He said he got the utmost respect for him. He just saying he's a man, just like anybody else. Just like anybody else.
Why I gotta talk about it? Why? Like it's just like he was really insulted.
Talk about Michael Jordan.
That's what the question was about. That's what the subject was on.
I'm the number 2 leading scorer of all time. What are you
hang on?
Jordan for?
But he knew sitting down what they were going to talk about. He knew. It ain't like they just threw that question at him. He knew what they were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put this up again real quick because Tim Duncan, he came out and was talking about Jordan as well. He said I've always respected him, but I've never been a fan of his. I'm just somebody that wasn't impressed by him. There really isn't anybody in the world I'm impressed with. So my question to the fellas around the table is, I'm gonna throw this to you, Ozon. Do you think the NBA superstars hate or respect Michael Jordan?
I think the ones who hate him are the ones who couldn't beat him. The ones who didn't beat him are the ones who hate him. And the ones who respect him are the ones who beat him or didn't get a chance to play against him. If you go back and look at Magic and Bart, Jordan stopped Magic, but Magic had already won. Bird had already beat Jordan, so they respect him. Isaiah respects him, but the other guys who hate him, they couldn't win because he was there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where that comes from.
It was only like Karl Malone for real. I mean, that's the only one that I see that Jordan really stopped from getting the championship. Was Karl Malone.
He stopped Gary Payton. He stopped
Gary Payton's not a great.
Gary Payton's not a great.
Gary Payton's not.
Hey, talk your shit, Pete, man. Let him know what's up,
come
bro.
Come on, y'all, man.
I agree. I wasn't a Peyton fan either. I agree 100% with Pete. I don't think he's a great either.
Gary Payton's not a great.
I'll say it is. Gary Payton is a great. He's just not an all-time great.
He was a great defensive player. He was a great defensive player. That was it. I mean, he had a nickname, the Glove. But other than that, I don't think he's an all-time great. I think.
Yeah, I don't. I think Barkley. And Malone is the only 2 all-time greats that Jordan stopped from getting the ring.
Patrick Ewing?
Nah, Patrick Ewing ain't no all-time great.
Patrick Ewing ain't no all-time great.
Reggie Miller's not an all-time great.
Reggie Miller's not in the top.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this real quick. I'm gonna put it to you like this. How many shooting guards can you name before you get to Reggie Miller? That's my point.
I think Reggie Miller is one of the top 7 shooting guards ever in the.
So how you be an all-time great if you all the way at 7? On the shooting guard list. So if you at 7 at shooting guard, where you at all time?
Hold on. But there's been 5,000 shooting guards played in the NBA.
But we talking about the all-time greats though. There's like you said, there's been 5,000 shooting guards, but we talking about the echelon of the echelon here, baby. Go ahead.
He has to be if he's top 7 out of 5,000.
That's not all-time great. That's great. Don't get me wrong. That's great. But I'm talking about all-time great. When I say all-time, I'm talking about the Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. That's all-time great. Reggie Miller's not all-time great. He's a great player.
Because he didn't win because Jordan stopped him from winning.
Karl Malone's an all-time great, but he didn't win anything.
Play with those.
Because Karl Malone's the second all-time leading scorer.
But there's
a difference.
But I'm saying though,
there's a difference right there.
But he's still an all-time great. Reggie Miller's not an all-time great. He's a great player. So back to Pete's point is, Jordan only stopped Charles Barkley and Karl Malone, which are the all-time greats from winning. Everybody else was just
That's
pretty much a
it.
great player.
That's it. They was just
I
they
got
was
I
they
got
he
Reggie top 5 shooting guard all time. Top 5 shooting guard.
Who? Reggie Miller?
Yeah, I do.
Ain't
Absolutely.
nobody, you got a jazz shirt. Don't nobody listen to you. But go ahead, P. What you might say?
Nah, but hey, I just want to throw this out there. I don't think it's been. I might be wrong. I don't know.
You are.
But I no.
Right.
Because in conversations that I had with Shell said it's something that playing in the NBA is like a brotherhood because it's only been like 6,800 players of all time to ever play in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, Reggie Miller out of that 6,800, Reggie Miller's probably in the top 700. That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put him at. 700.
Better than Tony Parker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Reggie
my
Miller.
goodness.
He's way better than Tony Parker.
Reggie Miller
Way
can't tie
better.
Tony Parker's shoes. Tony Parker
Who's Tony Parker?
Hey, Reggie Miller got to get around them trophies first to get over the tie his shoes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Tim Duncan. Hey, man, for real, I think Tim Duncan had them dreadlocks way too tight, man. They're talking all that nonsense for real. I think that's what his problem was.
Is Ray Allen an all-time great? If so, Reggie's an all-time great.
No, Ray Allen's not an all-time great. Ray Allen is an all-star. That's it.
How much validity do y'all put in the Bleacher Report?
It depends on what they're talking about.
If they
Okay.
talking about,
I'd love that.
if they talking about LeBron, if it's something good about LeBron, they'll say the Bleacher Report is all that. But if they say
absolutely.
LeBron, the Bleacher Report ain't nothing.
Because I'm sitting here looking at who they have as the top shooting guards of all time, and they have Reggie Miller number 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Reggie Miller's fine at number 7. I'm cool with Reggie Miller at 7. I'm absolutely fine with
But
that.
that's shooting guards. I mean, if you look at the shooting guards, but then like you said, you got the 4 other positions. So how many players are in front of Reggie for real?
So, okay, so do we consider the top 50 players of all time great?
Well, it
Yes.
kind of depends because if you get to the back end of it, where you got Bernard King and all them type of players, yeah, they're great, but they're not all time great, and that's where you would put Reggie Miller at. You put him back there with the rest of them. He's great, but he's not all time great.
Yeah, with the Allen Iversons and stuff like that. Yeah.
When you say shooting guards, is Reggie Miller one of the first names that pop in your head?
Of course not, because you have Jordan and Kobe.
Jordan and Kobe.
And who are what? All time greats. That's my point.
Because one has 6 rings and one has 5 rings.
But they're all time.
D Wade has what, 4?
Okay.
3 or 4?
Mm-hmm. So let me ask y'all this real quick then. Is Kevin Garnett an all time great?
I just don't think KG scored enough.
Mm-hmm.
He's not an all-time great.
If you have to think about it, then no. That's what I was.
No, I don't
Right.
think so.
What about you, Keys? You kind of mum on the subject. Is KG an all time great?
KG's top 5 all-time power forward to me.
So that would make him an all time great then, right? And see, that's how I categorize it. Maybe everybody doesn't. Is all time greats are the top 5 of your position because you impacted the game, like you said. There's been 6,000 players or whatever the case may be, and these are the top 5 of every position. Those are all time great. Everybody else on the outside, you was just great, big dog. And to me, Reggie Miller, he's decent. He's cool. I mean, he's all right.
So is James Harden an all-time great? Because they have him at number 4.
Not
Negative.
yet.
He ain't got enough.
He's never gonna win a championship.
He ain't got enough. He ain't got enough on his resume. He ain't got enough resume. Hey, it ain't me slandering Jesus Shuttleworth. That's them slandering, man. To me, I got Ray Allen in my top 5. I think he's an all-time great. That's me. But I ain't putting Reggie Miller in my all-time great though.
So Q, you telling me you taking Ray Allen over Reggie Miller?
Of course, all day, any day. Hell yeah.
No.
Hell
No.
yeah.
Who you gonna take, Reggie Miller or Ray Allen?
The early Ray was a dog. Y'all forget the early.
I'm going back to the Milwaukee Bucks, Ray. I'm going to the Milwaukee Bucks, Ray Allen. That's what I'm thinking of.
Hey, Ray Allen was nice.
Man, that early Ray.
So we all agree that we're taking Ray Allen over Reggie Miller.
Except for Hot Dog.
Nope.
Most people only remember Ray Allen shooting threes.
Nope.
Man, that early Ray was
Ray
a
Allen going to the
man.
hole and dunking on everybody. That's the Ray Allen I like.
And see, and I pretty much, we pretty much all seen the same thing except for Hot Dog. He's a little bit younger. That's the Ray Allen I remember is the Milwaukee Bucks with the waves Ray Allen. That's the one I remember. The ball headed Ray Allen, yeah, he's cool and whatnot, but I mean he couldn't do nothing with the waves Ray Allen, bro. If we go to some of these only 25 of 7,000. Let's see. Bucks Ray Allen was a beast. Pretty much that's what we said. Let's see. I guess
I
Hard
like
needs
the
to join a
Supersonics
70.
Ray Allen myself.
Let's see. I guess James Harden needs to win a 70-win team to get a couple rings like KD Softface. Yeah, I said it.
What
So-
does that mean though?
Because
He's saying that we only got KD on the list because he won, but he joined a 70-win team to win.
so let me throw this over to you, Keezy. Will James Harden go down as this generation's Carmelo Anthony?
Ooh.
He gonna get a bunch of buckets.
A bunch
I
of
have to
points
agree
and play
with
no
that.
defense.
I have to agree with that.
It's not gonna happen.
Bunch of points and no defense.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna win, especially him and Westbrook. There's no way they gonna win together.
Not even with the small ball? You don't think with the small ball?
No. Not when it gets down to the playoffs. Not when it gets down to the playoffs.
It slows down. The
When
game
it slows
slows
down,
down,
that
man.
defense ratchets up, and they start getting real physical. They won't. That small ball ain't gonna.
And they subject to miss 19 straight 3-pointers again.
Yeah, like they did get against the Warriors for whatever reason. Let's keep shooting threes, even though we miss it. But anyways, let's turn it over to football for a little bit, man. And you got Hot Dogs Dallas Cowboys. They got Dak Prescott with his contract situation. There was report is he turned down $45 million at the end of his last year of the contract. Hot Dog, since you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, I'm gonna let you rock on this one first. What is the holdup with Dak Prescott's contract?
I'm gonna need one of them drinks that Keezy's got to answer this question. Look, man, we've been talking about this since we've been in quarantine. Dak wants way more money than he's worth. Dallas does not want to break the bank on Dak Prescott. I believe that Jerry knows what he is, and he's just not worth the money. Like Dak wants to be paid like Russell Wilson, but Dak's not Russell Wilson. He's not even close. That's why they went out and got Andy Dalton insurance policy. I've said it before. Andy can do what Dak can do at a much cheaper rate.
So you ready to go forward with Andy Dalton? Pretty much is what you're saying.
I mean, like I said, I think they do the same things, and if Andy's going to command a lot less money, that's where we're at.
Hey man, Andy Dalton can't run no touchdown from 25 yards out, man. I don't care if everybody on the field fell down on the ground. Andy Dalton ain't gonna get there.
Here's the deal. See, wait a minute. So, Petey, the reason you say that because you a Giants fan and you want us to pay Dak to help your Giants. Didn't know your Giants got Eli Manning Jr. a quarterback. Y'all ain't winning no time soon.
Right, and we don't want y'all to.
So what I'm saying is, if Dak would have taken $30 million a year, I could have lived with that. Because Dak has won 2 out of 4 division titles he's been in. I could have lived with that. But 45, I can't. No.
He turned that down. He said he wanted more. 45 ain't enough.
Exactly. So no, I think you got to let him go unless he comes down to reality. Because he high on something right now. He need to come back down to earth with the rest of us minions. And I'm telling you right now, this is not going to work out. I don't see Dak as our quarterback. Andy Dalton will be week 1 starter.
So let me go ahead. Oh, jump on in there.
Hot Dog. They paid Romo twice. And him not once but twice. And him and Dak pretty much have the same record. Stats are pretty much similar.
Dak fell in the right spot. Dak said,
but hold up.
If y'all pay Romo, y'all gonna definitely pay me.
But wait a minute, let me answer that. So people ask me all the time, who's had the better team put around him? This team that Dak has around him is way better than any team Romo ever had around him. The Cowboys now actually have a defense. Romo used to have to put up 40 points a game just to be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear what you're saying about Romo, and it's understandable. But Romo never had the team around him like Dak has now. They didn't give Romo an offensive line like Dak has now till that last full season he was healthy in 2014 when he finished 3rd in MVP voting. Mm-hmm. When that offensive line really came in, that was his last full-time season. You got to remember, 8-9 years before that, they were one of the worst offensive lines. He got beat up. He got beat to death. No defense. So, no, I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. They paid Romo, and that's fine, but Romo is a way better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Whoa, Bucko.
Man, y'all staying with the hot takes today, boy. Well, I don't know what
y'all heard what I said.
Romo's a better commentator than anything.
He is a great commentator.
But if you listen to it, Romo always be like, "Well, if I was playing quarterback, I would have did this."
Wrong. You was there. I don't think Dak is worth 45. If I was Dak, I would take 35 to leave some money over to help other parts of the team out, man.
That's
Well,
why
obviously he doesn't care about
money on
that.
the table to make sure the team stays good, because if they give him that much money, then they stuck with what they got.
That's what I've been trying to say. If he would take $30 million a year, and the cap's just going to keep going up with the money coming in, revenue, the Cowboys could still build on that defense or build around him. And Dak is just not worth the money. He's not worth top tier money. He's just not.
Well, no matter what, they're not going to beat. They're not going to beat San Francisco. So whatever they give him, it's just all for naught.
Why you think San Francisco's good, Keezy?
Hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But Keezy, I want to throw this over to you real quick. Who's to say that the Dallas Cowboys didn't offer Dak Prescott a contract extension during his rookie contract and he just turned it down? Because a lot of people saying, well, why didn't they offer it to him earlier? How do we know he didn't offer? They didn't offer it to him and he didn't, and he turned it down.
Wait, but before Keezy answers this is the Dallas Cowboys. Everything comes to light sooner than later. It would have already been out.
So you think they never offered him a contract?
Nope, I sure don't. I don't.
Why are you so hard on your Cowboys, bro?
I hate that guy.
So, Keezy, what do you think the holdup is with the Dak Prescott contract?
Listen, man, I'm for anybody that's trying to get their money. You never know what tomorrow might bring. Get your money.
Get your money.
But if you out here trying to get $45 or $50 million a year or something crazy like that,
and you an average quarterback,
he's a little above average.
They had him number 4. They had him number 4 this year.
How above average are we talking? Like
he's better than
1 centimeter.
He's
2 centimeters.
He's top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it.
Hot Dog's done with Dak. Hot Dog has wrote Dak off. He is completely done with Dak. Dak is gone. You hear me?
Hey, Hot Dog, I don't understand. What is the problem with Dak Prescott? Why don't you like the guy?
I just don't understand this man want to get paid like Russell Wilson. He ain't even on the same stratosphere.
Go through your thing. Hey, Hot Dog, talk your shit, Hot Dog.
I don't understand.
Hey,
Let me tell you something. Last year, this man against winning teams, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and only beat one team with a winning record, and that was against the Rams.
Hey,
you got to be kidding me.
Y'all lost to the Jets, too, didn't you?
And we lost to the Jets. An 0-4 Jets.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be kidding me.
That was the first dub of the season, baby.
Bro, Dak Prescott is the 3rd best quarterback in the division behind Carson Wentz and Andy Dalton. Flat out.
Damn.
I dare you say Daniel Jones. Don't even say it. That guy sucks.
You know Alex Smith is coming back.
Who?
Alex Smith is coming back.
Hey,
number 4. My bad. Number 4. He number 4.
Hot Dog, I got a question for you.
Man, go ahead, man. I got you.
So you would rather go with the Red Rocket this year and draft the quarterback next year? Is that what you're saying? So you done with Dak? So you would rather go with the Red Rocket and then draft the quarterback in this up and coming draft?
I'm not saying I don't like that Dak is trying to take this much money. That's my issue.
But you know, if the Red Rocket steps in this year, Dak is gone. That means Dak is off the table. He's gone, right?
Well,
then you have to start over at quarterback.
I stand by what I said. Andy Dalton is better than Dak, or is just as good. He's going to take a lot less money. So yeah, we can probably groom a quarterback in the future. Absolutely.
Okay. So then you just going back to your losing ways then, because Andy Dalton's not going to win in the East.
They going back.
Hang on, wait a minute.
If Dak
Andy Dalton won
East,
5 division, it took the Bengals to 5 playoff appearances, and those Bengals teams weren't as good as this Cowboys team is now.
Now let's think about who the Bengals play. They play the Steelers, who's
they up and down.
They're consistent, but they're consistent. They're the most consistent team.
The NFC East is up and down.
You got the Ravens. Got the Ravens, who is a boom or bust. Either they're going to be great or they're going to be trash. And then you got the Browns, who's 2 wins every year.
So wait a minute. What is our division then? Because the Giants have not won more than 5 games last 7 or 8 years. What are the Redskins doing?
The Redskins.
I said last 7 or 8 years. What are the Redskins doing? The Eagles are every other year as well. So the NFC East is the same way. So it's the same division as AFC North.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. You made your point.
I know what I'm talking about here, Pete. I know what I'm talking about here.
Hey, no, I gave you credit. You made your point. It's about the same division. Yeah, they mirror images of each other.
It's either the Ravens or the Steelers winning the division every year, just like it's usually the Cowboys or the Eagles winning
Giants.
the division.
The Giants don't disrespect.
Y'all ain't wanted.
You better
Stop
not
it.
disrespect my Giants like that.
Y'all ain't won a division or anything in the last 8 years. I don't think y'all had a winning record last 8 years.
I know a team that's about to win the division this year, but we ain't gonna talk about right now. Keith, you said Jimmy Garoppolo is not better than Dak Prescott or Andy Dalton.
They the same quarterback.
Oh, you won't jump in on this?
I would take Dak Prescott all day over Jimmy G.
You taking Dak over Jimmy G all day? What about Andy Dalton? You taking him over Jimmy G?
Andy, I take this little thing right here before I take Andy Dalton.
Man, you such a hater.
So, I'm gonna let you respond to him and him saying Dak Prescott is better than Jimmy G. Go ahead.
They're pretty much the same quarterback.
They are
to
the
me,
same quarterback.
They're the same quarterback.
Okay.
Dak could have did the same thing with the 49ers as Jimmy G did.
That 49ers team, that defense is so nasty.
All Jimmy G did was turn around and hand the ball off.
Hold on.
You could have did that.
And the thing about the 49ers is they have maybe a top 3 head coach in the league. Mm-hmm. And the number 1 defensive coordinator. It's a shame that man didn't get a head coaching job. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
I know you're talking about.
But they should have had a head coaching job. So my thing, that 49ers team is so well run. It's a well-oiled machine. They make Jimmy G look better than he actually is.
If they had a quarterback, they'd won the Super Bowl.
No, they wouldn't.
No. That's coaching. That had everything to do with coaching.
Yo, Shanahan's gonna blow Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl.
Shanahan killed us, man, with the play call.
I agree. That's terrible.
I'm with you, When we did the show after the Super Bowl, I said, Jimmy G, he didn't lose the game because he did everything he was supposed to do for them, which is manage the game. Don't try to win the game for us. Just manage the game. And then when Pat Mahomes came back, they was expecting Jimmy G to pull a miracle out of his head. And it's like, dude, he's not that quarterback.
We ran the ball 10 times in the second half.
I'm
a diehard.
And that's y'all bread and butter.
That's the
ran the ball
that happened when the Falcons played the Patriots. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We ran the ball 10 times. We're up 10 with 5 or 7:23 left.
It was 5 something. It was the game was over.
It was 5 or 7. We threw the. I don't want to go through it, man. It hurts my heart, man.
Hey, you got PTSD. PTSD.
But literally, we ran the ball 10 times in the second half.
You want to know why? Kansas City had more athletes.
Right. They got Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill.
That's all it was. That's all.
Hey, man.
Kansas City's offense versus the 49ers defense. Kansas City was like, look, we got better athletes. We just gonna put them out there and let them play and make plays.
But if we control the ball the second half, we wouldn't go on away, man. Regardless.
Richard Sherman let Sammy Watkins cook him too.
Kansas City put 8 people in the box. You can't run against that. It's gonna be. We was
killing it.
They was cooking them.
We was averaging 7.
Y'all cooked them in the first half when they only had 5 and 6 or 7 people players in the box. They put that 8th person in the box. The honey badger came down in that box, and there was 8 people in that box, and you could not run on it. It just was not happening.
Pete Mahomes threw the interception.
Looking real confused and upset that whole first half, though. He looked real upset about what was going on.
He threw the interception in the fourth quarter. We have the ball up 10. Mm-hmm. There's no excuse, man.
There's not.
You run the ball against an 8-man house.
It's taking time off the clock. It's all about time management, man. You up 10 with 5 minutes to go. You running the clock out. You running the clock out, man. It was plenty. It was enough time, man.
It was enough time.
I don't want to touch on it. Oh, you ready to get emotional on us, baby? You ready to get emotional on us?
It hurts me, man. It hurts me, man.
Petey, I'm real interested to know your thought. Why do you think the whole Dak contract has not come to light? What's your opinion on that? Being a Giants fan that you are, I'd like to know your.
You know what? If I was Dak, I would have took the first deal, man. I mean, it is what it is. But whoever's in Dak's corner, they know something. They know something that we don't know, and that's why Dak keeps turning down these contracts.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but he actually switched sports management.
Dog, I thought doesn't he have the same agent as Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, he wants a Russell Wilson contract.
And I think that he's trying to work the same deal out that Russell Wilson did because Russell signed late. He signed real late or something like that, if I can remember correctly.
But somebody knows something that we don't know.
So
ain't no way Dak is going to get this money.
If Dak was like Russell Wilson, I'd be okay. But he's not even close.
So let me ask y'all
Not
this
even
real quick.
close.
Do y'all think it's the fully guaranteed part that's the hang up, or do you think it's the per year part that's the hang
I
up?
think it's
I
the
think
per
it's the
year.
per year.
because
It's
he
the
offered
per
him
year.
106 guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because from what I
I would
understand,
have
That's the most
I
of
would have
any
signed my
quarterback.
name in Chinese on
If-
that
if-
thing.
if-
But for 106 guaranteed, my name would have been in Chinese on that thing right there. Well,
Because-
they would have.
I still be signing my name. I write my name so long.
You
Because
would
I
sign it
think-
10 times.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to end up like the Green Bay Packers because they gave your men all that money.
Aaron
They can't
Rodgers,
sign. They can't sign players. The same
They
thing's
can't
going to happen.
do
The same thing's going to happen to Kansas City. They're going to give Patrick Mahomes $55 million, and then
Oh,
what's
my
going to happen? You have to take from somewhere.
Kansas City won their only Super Bowl, so Pat Mahomes
I
deserves it.
heard
They can-
Kansas City is trying to help Mahomes get as much money as he can off the field,
So they can make up less on the contract
to
part.
encourage him to.
But see,
Yup.
that's the thing. That's the thing with Dak. That's what his agent was saying. He's making all this money off the field, so we can wait. It wasn't so much pressure on him signing the contract because they was trying to wait because he was making all that endorsement money off the field.
I want somebody to look the number up, but I think that Dak has $60 million in endorsements out there.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
true.
money.
You're right.
Yeah.
Keezy, that is 100% correct. I looked that up myself.
Off the
Is
field.
Campbell's chunky chicken noodle service giving up that
Hey,
much
No,
money?
he's got yogurt.
He got
Pepsi,
that yogurt,
He's got
yeah.
a whole bunch.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
But-
say
all Cam Newton's endorsements.
All
Yeah,
of
I'm
like
gonna go back to O's point as he said that that the Green Bay Packers gave Aaron Rodgers all that money, they couldn't put nothing around him, and the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna do the same thing. This is the only thing I will say that Dallas separates themselves is that Dallas drafts really, really well within the past 5 to 7 years. So I put more stock in them giving the money to Dak and still being able to draft and put good players around them versus
we had
Green
an amazing
Bay.
draft this year.
The Green Bay, they don't
Amazing
know how to
draft.
draft well. I mean, they drafted another quarterback in the first round and still got Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
That's
they
why
wouldn't-
And drafted a third string running back in the second round.
So,
Okay,
you know,
Packers
but-
were terrible.
But with that said, Q, it kills your depth because you can't sign. You can't.
Yeah.
If your frontline players go down, you don't have those second tier players to come behind them and help them.
hey,
So that's
Hey, this is the last
that's-
thing I'm going to say about this
Scouting
topic.
department.
This is the last thing I'm going to say. The Cowboys have been in cap hell last 10 years. They just now, the last couple years, got out of that old bad contracts, the DeMarcus Ware, Dez Bryant, those type contracts. They just got out. They're trying not to go back to that. They're trying not. Because you notice they don't sign the big free agents anymore. The last big free agent we signed was Brandon Carr, and that was back in 2012. We don't do that anymore.
Well, they got
So
Cooper.
they are.
but that was a trade though.
That was a trade. Then they re-signed him.
But he was a free agent.
So let me ask y'all this because Pete, you mentioned earlier that Dak's agent knows something nobody else knows. Do you think the reason is because the market's going up, so they know that the cap is going to eventually go up, and they want to make sure Dak's contract is comparable to as the
He's not getting Patrick Mahomes money. He can forget if his agent's telling him he can get Patrick Mahomes money, then his agent needs to fire himself because they both.
Right.
Jerry ain't doing that.
Dak just making sure he don't make the same mistake Scottie Pippen did, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand why he's holding out. I do. I
But
understand,
35
I
million
understand what he wants. And
But
he
35
understands
million a year is great money.
It is.
What are you?
Well, according to him, it ain't.
Yeah,
Because let me
trying to
tell you
figure-
right now, if he let's say this, okay, that's the last thing I'm gonna say about this. Let's say he signs a $35 million deal, $35 million
per year.
The 10, they could have went out and signed Everson Griffin, which fixes a problem we have on the other side
On
of
the
defensive
DN.
line. That's a problem we have. Or they could have went and signed Logan Ryan to help that cornerback depth because we drafted 2 rookies to start. So what I'm saying, it's like O said, take that 35 and let that money go to something else. Logan Ryan and Everson Griffin are Pro Bowl players.
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing to do, but
Right.
Dallas
That's a smart thing.
because they 8-8.
You got
So we
to worry about yourself.
No, Keezy, I disagree. The Cowboys are doing the smart thing by not giving this man what he wants.
No, they ain't.
They still gonna finish 8-8, 10-6, 9-7. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna lose. Somebody else will win a Super Bowl. It's all for naught. Next time.
Tampa Bay.
Next topic. I agree. Next topic. I'm tired of talking about it.
Tampa Bay, we winning the next year, baby.
Man, y'all ain't doing nothing.
Man, look, we're not gonna do this today. We got company.
49er gang, baby.
We're not gonna.
49er gang, baby.
You keep
Gang,
holding
gang.
up
Why
that
do you
damn
keep
Dolphin.
flexing that Miami shirt?
I know you keep holding up that damn Dolphin shirt.
They 4-12.
3-13.
But anyway, so last topic of the day, so we can wrap this thing on up, man.
Yep.
NFL season hopefully will still kick off when it's supposed to in August, September. So, Keezy, I'm gonna throw it. Well, Sydney Dean, I'm gonna kick it over to you first. What's one of the most anticipated matchups that you can't wait for the NFL season?
I'm gonna go with the. I think it's like mid-November. New Orleans and San Francisco.
Yep.
For what?
Because that game
week
they
10.
played at the end of the season last year.
That was the best game last year.
That was the best
Week
game of the
10.
whole season.
For
Week
what?
10.
That game was
that-
the Super Bowl.
Which one was that?
Saints and the 49ers.
Saints and the
How
49ers.
was that the best one? Now Kansas City and the Rams when they scored 160 something points.
On-
That was
on
the year
Monday
before.
night?
That was the year before.
160-some points.
That was the year before.
They
That was the year
did.
before.
It was the year
That was the year
before.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the year before.
But with that being said, though, everybody keep talking about New Orleans. I looked at the second half of their schedule. They
It's like,
scheduled
man,
scheduled
is they got everybody in the second half of the season, man.
Yeah, they got everybody in the second half.
Wow.
Who'd you say, Keezy, in the second half of the season?
They got the 49ers, they got Kansas City,
Chiefs.
they got Minnesota against that defense. They got Tampa Bay. They got
The
the second
Chiefs.
half of their schedule is crazy.
Yeah, they play the
So-
Chiefs in week 15. Man.
So
Everybody keeps saying
basically,
they Super Bowl favorites, but you know,
It's a
It's
gauntlet.
gonna be rough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
yeah,
rough.
it is.
It's
gonna
a
be rough.
gauntlet.
yeah, y'all had y'all run. It was nice, Ozon. So, anyways, Ozon,
Wow.
what's the anticipated NFL matchup for you coming up this season, man?
Week 2, the Chiefs and the Ravens.
The
Yup.
Chiefs and the Ravens.
Week 2,
Yep. Monday night game.
yeah, it's in Baltimore.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's another good one that week too.
Who?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for y'all.
I knew
though.
you was gonna say the Jets. Sorry, it's Jets.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
did the Jets
That's
play? The
it.
49ers that week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a
Oh,
night
that's
game.
a bloodbath. 50
ain't
to
no
nothing.
ain't nobody anticipating that damn game. Nobody want to see that.
I-
shit.
Nobody anticipating the Jets game.
All you
I'm
gotta
telling
do
you.
is show up. All you gotta do is put 8 people in the box. They don't know what to do. We figured them out. They got figured
Y'all
out.
ain't got 8
They
people to talk
figured
about.
out
You only
last
got
year.
one. That's your
No.
brother.
That's it.
We figured them out last year. Everybody seen it. Put 8 in the box. They don't know what to do.
Stop it.
Unless
Hey,
the
Peter.
Jets got 11 Jamal Adams on the squad, bro, it's a wrap for y'all.
And they definitely don't.
Hey, the thing is old Jamal gonna sign.
I don't blame you, but you want to play in New York?
Ooh. Mom's the
You
word,
ain't saying
huh?
nothing. You ain't gonna say
Mom?
nothing, Petey.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna say nothing, Petey. Hold on.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
oh, I'm glad you brought that up, Petey. I want to know is Jamal gonna be traded to Philly? You ain't gonna say nothing.
I would have loved for him to be out there in Frisco, be in that Levi Stadium with us, rolling.
I want him to go to the Oakland Raiders.
In Vegas. Oh, you want to go
the Las
Vegas?
Vegas Raiders.
Hey, he want to go
God.
Vegas.
Oh, you want that team for a different reason.
Yeah, he want Vegas.
Hey, woo. Oh my goodness.
You want that for this. Hot dog. What about you? What's your anticipated matchup for the season?
I was going to say what O just said, but I'm going to pick a different one. Week 1, Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's going to be because I have a couple.
that's-
That's one for me.
I
And
don't think
another
so.
another one that's going to be real interesting is Jimmy G comes back to New England in late October. I just think that'll be a storylines are going to be there. What if they didn't trade Jimmy G? What if they kept him? Because right now
They
Jimmy
won
G's
more
the star.
so.
I don't think so because to me the Patriots are on their way to getting the top 5, top 10
I mean,
pick.
I understand
So,
that. I'm taking storylines but another game I like is obviously Houston against Kansas City week 1.
Houston, D Hop's gone, right?
Why
You know,
y'all-
You do realize they got Randall Cobb now to replace him, right?
Hey, Deshaun Watson is out there by his lonesome. I do not want to see my guy get beat up. I love
Well,
Deshaun Watson.
wait a minute. I overlooked my notes. Hang on, I overlooked my notes.
He's already running for his life behind that offensive line.
actually,
Now he can throw the ball too.
Hey, if you go out there now, he's probably running on the.
He practicing now.
He's running on the expressway with the cars, trying to shake all the cars.
Hey, dog, we got y'all
Kansas City at Tampa Bay. That'll be
Yeah.
a hell of a game too.
week 12.
Mm-hmm.
Dog.
That's who I was about to say. That was going to be my anticipated matchup was the Week 12 Kansas City and Tampa Bay matchup where you got the young gunslinger versus the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And it's going
He
to
is
be pretty
not the
much
GOAT.
past versus present. Pretty much he is the GOAT.
I'm
'cause
gonna
he played
tell
for
y'all
Tampa.
what. I'm gonna tell y'all what. At New Orleans, Tampa Bay game week 1. That's gonna be the most watched game since.
It's gonna be the most watched game.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
But-
so many people are gonna be watching that game right there.
I can agree with that.
I think it will be, but I think we'll still take the L just because of I don't
Y'all
know how.
taking 2 L's.
First of all, watch your mouth.
You know you got Gronk now, right?
Yeah, no, but
I don't care who they got.
This is
Tom Brady
what I'm
kicking,
saying.
dunking all over the field.
This is why I say we'll take an L week 1 is because the Saints already have their team in place. I don't know how the offseason gonna go as far as training camps, mini camps. I don't know how many reps that Gronk can get in with the whole OJ Howard. Like it's just too many variables for the first game for us to come out clicking on all cylinders. I know Tom Brady's great. What? Go ahead, Pete.
You won't know what's great happening.
What's that?
Brady probably great go out there and have a field day against New Orleans. New Orleans ain't never stopped nobody. New Orleans can't stop a nosebleed. Brady's gonna hit Gronk in the red zone. He's gonna hit Goodwin over the middle. He's gonna hit Mike Evans down the sideline. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be an onslaught, man. Brady's out to prove something. Just like when Jordan.
Hold up. So the Tampa Bay offense. They want to push the ball down the field. When's the last time we saw Tom Brady throw a pass longer than
thank you.
Hold on. I'm glad you brought that. Hold on, Pete. Let me get this one right.
Okay, go ahead. Take that, Q.
So
it's just a question.
It's just a question.
Take that L.
So you brought that up, but NFL.com ranked Tom Brady as 4th as far as passing, long distance passing touchdowns. Look this up. So, and his offensive line was worked 3rd worst as far as giving quarterbacks time to push the ball down the field.
Hey, can we see that on the screen? I don't believe that.
I'll find it for you. But NFL.com has that rank. So he had the 3rd worst offensive line as far as giving him time to push the ball in the field. And he was still 4th in the NFL as far as long distance touchdowns. So I'm cool. And remember this, keep this in mind. He had no deep threat on the Patriots. So he was 4th without a deep threat. So you put Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and OJ Howard around.
Oh my God!
Bro. He can still push the ball down the field. It's just he had nobody to push it down forward.
And dunking all over the field. Dinking and dunking all over.
Another thing, he's a Michigan man.
I don't know what they got to do with anything. I don't know what they got to do with anything. I don't know what they got to do with anything.
Go blue.
Nah, but
hey, we agree on something. I'm a Michigan guy. I agree with you on that.
Here's my take about that first game, though. New Orleans is not going to stop them, but at the same time, Tampa Bay's defense was in the top 5 last year, and we know.
Wait. Tampa Bay had a top 5 defensive line, but everybody behind them got cooked.
But that is true. No, that is true. Our defensive line was top 5, and I think 3rd in sacks.
The overall defense was. I'm telling you, the overall defense was in the top 5 last year.
But you got to think about it like this, Hot Dog. And we talked about this before. When you got Jameis Winston constantly getting your defense on the field. Your secondary is going to get tired of defending wide receivers every other play and then coming off and have to go right back out there and defending them same wide receivers. They're going to eventually wear out.
I can agree with that.
So just imagine when Brady take one of them 8 to 10 minute drives down the field and the defense get rested. Good night, man. Our Brady Bucks is here, baby. Yes, sir.
Oh, you Brady Bucks. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing, man? I don't understand.
Don't worry about it. I just muted his mic. Don't worry about it. I muted his mic. Don't worry about it.
Hot dog. We got y'all week 15 too. We got y'all week 15.
How you feel about that match?
That was on the list.
How you feel about that matchup, Hot Dog?
That was a game. That is a game I have as an L, even though I think it's at Dallas.
It's at Dallas. Yeah.
I still have it as an L.
So y'all don't make the playoffs this year, Hot Dog.
9-7. 9-7.
We'll go 10-6.
Okay.
Other way around, Keezy. Other way around.
$45 million a year. Dak Prescott 9-7.
But hold on.
Broncos 5-11.
Yeah.
Are you a Broncos fan?
Nah, he's a Packers fan. That's Ralph is the Broncos.
Not anymore.
You're not.
Why is that? Are you a Tua fan? I like Tua. Tua the best quarterback drafted this year.
A little off subject. The Ravens don't go to the West Coast at all. The furthest west they go is to the Texans. That's week 2.
Ooh,
everything else is on the East Coast.
That's a big advantage.
Man, the Ravens.
Big advantage.
Hey, have y'all seen what Lamar Jackson and Hollywood have been doing too? Every day, man, they working out every day, man.
It's illegal.
They ain't working against no defense though. So
hey, they had Hollywood. Hollywood had one of the shoots where you put the ball in there and
catching it on his own.
And he was shooting it in the air and running down there and catching it before it hit the ground. It's amazing.
I used to throw baseball to myself and run catch it.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Hey man, it's amazing, man. What he's doing?
No defense out there.
It don't matter. And they don't matter every day.
Hollywood is one of the best kept secrets at receiver position in NFL, man. He's only going to get better. He had a rookie last year. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, he just got to stay healthy.
Before we wrap this up, I'm going to go around the table really quick with really way too early predictions. Do the Kansas City Chiefs get back to the Super Bowl?
No. No. I like Baltimore.
Who does?
I like the Ravens.
Okay.
That's the only
just because of
the Titans.
the schedule. It doesn't send them across. they don't have to go across the country and play at all, man. So they're gonna pretty much not go out of their time zone and be healthy, man.
Okay,
And
so
that's tough going to the West Coast.
So you got the Ravens, and then who you got coming out the NFC? If I swear, if you say it, I will mute your mic, boy.
49ers, man.
I knew he was gonna say that bullshit.
He said, "Mute me." 49ers, baby, mute me.
49ers, we got better, man. We got better. We officially we got better, man.
All right, so. But like I told them a few weeks ago, when's the last time you seen a team losing the Super Bowl and come back the following year?
It's never happened.
That was the start of the down 5.
It hadn't happened since Buffalo.
So that's what I'm saying. So are you still want to put some stock in 49ers getting back?
Yeah, because I like our schedule, man. I like our schedule. I like our schedule.
Y'all got a bunch of cupcakes on there.
Yeah, they play the AFC AFC East.
Well, they got Dallas on their schedule, so
we play the AFC East and the NFC East.
Yeah,
so I like our schedule.
And we play the NFC West and the AFC West.
First of all, Pete, nobody stood the Jets. All right, we ain't worried about who y'all play. Well, hot dog.
No, I don't think the Rams got better. The Rams got worse.
No, the Rams got way worse.
Rams ain't even. They not even a thought anymore.
They're not even in the conversation no more.
No, they're an expansion team now. But hot dog, what about you? Way too early predictions for the Super Bowl. Who you got coming out the AFC?
Well, I'm sticking with the Chiefs on the AFC side. I just don't, Lamar's my guy from Louisville, but I just don't think he will ever be able to take a team deep in the playoffs. I just don't see it. And on the NFC side,
go ahead and say it.
This one's hard.
Go ahead and say it.
I say it every year. I'm gonna say it again. I say Saints. I gotta get it right eventually.
The Saints done tricked the last 2 years, y'all.
No. I wouldn't say that. That was it 2 years ago when they got robbed with that pass interference from the Rams. So I wouldn't say they blew it.
They would have won the Super Bowl that year.
And then you got to think about the Vikings. The Vikings hit them with the little Hail Mary down the sideline.
Yeah,
that was the year before that bad call.
But what I'm saying is, they do. New Orleans is due. They've been knocking on the door.
I say it every year. I got to get it right eventually. I'm saying Saints, Chiefs, Super Bowl.
They can keep knocking. We're going to keep you outside. But, Pete, who you got coming from the AFC?
AFC, man, we're going to roll with my homie, man. I'm going to roll with my homie. I like the Titans, again, to beat the Ravens in the playoffs. I think the Titans have the formula to beat the Ravens. They're going to be the Ravens' kryptonite for years as long as they got Henry back there running. But ain't nobody messing with my homie and that gang out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nope,
ain't nobody messing with my homie. And then in the NFC, I'm going with the Packers this year, man. I think the Packers. I'm telling you.
Hey, turn his mic off, turn his screen off. Everything.
Hey, remember this.
Packers fan talking.
No, remember this. The Packers, man. The Packers was putting it together towards the end of the season.
Listen, Petey.
Every team
they did not get better.
Every team in their division is down. San Francisco, we figured that we seen them. They showed their hand. Nobody's worried about
what happened against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see when we play them. We're gonna see when we play them again this year.
But listen, AR is getting ready. The weapons he got the weaponry that he needs, and
they didn't give him any weapons. What do you mean?
The backup quarterback, Jordan Love.
Man, no,
what's
man,
he gonna do?
Man, them wide receivers, man. He got a run game now, which he hasn't had a run game in for years. Keezy.
He does have a true number one in Devontae Adams.
And he got a true number one, and Devontae Adams is a killer. Everybody knows that.
I'm talking about tight end. What they doing there?
Okay, look, listen. I'm just gonna go my way too early. This is it. I'm going Packers versus Chiefs. It's gonna be a shootout, and I got the Chiefs winning it again.
Listen, I've been a Packers fan since Brett Favre. And
you're not a real fan. Shit, you're not. Look at Keezy. Look at
There's no way. I had to switch my team to the Dolphins. I know they gonna go.
That's how bad things are in the house of Keezy.
That's how mad I am.
Let it play out. Watch
you got, Q? What's your prediction?
Oh, who'd you say you had, Keezy? Before I give mine, who'd you say, Keezy?
Look at Keezy.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City and the New Orleans Saints.
Oh my goodness, Pete.
Got same as mine.
Hold on. Let me pull this up. Pete, this is for you. Where y'all find, bro? But me, man, personally, we live in a day and age. Well, I ain't gonna say day and age. The NFL is so much parity now, man. I just don't see the Kansas City Chiefs getting back to the Super Bowl like that. So I'm gonna go with man. I'm gonna say the Baltimore Ravens. I think you said the Ravens, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens just because I just don't see a team consistently going back to the Super Bowl like that. And of course, at the NFC, you already know what it is with me, baby. It's Tampa Bay.
Brady Bucks.
It's all
Brady
Tampa Bay all
Bucks.
day with
Yes,
me, baby.
sir, it's the
I just
Brady
don't.
Bucks.
And this is why I say Tampa Bay, and it's not just because Tom Brady, because I feel like we don't need Tom Brady to be old Tom Brady. We just need him to be very good Tom Brady. Is we can beat you any kind of way. I feel like we had the weapons to win a shootout. If that's the way you want to do it, we can win a shootout.
Only in the air.
No. We got to run the game. Don't worry about that.
What about the run game?
We got Tom Brady running options. But anyway,
what about that secondary?
What'd you say?
The secondary.
The secondary is tightened up, baby. We good in the secondary. But this is what I'm saying though, is that we have the defense now to where we can hold teams. We might not shut teams down. We have a bend but don't break philosophy, which is we will slow you down, but we're not gonna shut you out. So when we comes to against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, we got them, buddy, because we can go and shoot out with you. We got Tom Brady, and I got Tom Brady winning.
Y'all can't win a shootout against Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City.
Have you seen our weapons?
Absolutely not.
Have you seen our weapons?
If they bring back that same D that they had last year, we broke that back.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that right now. And we played y'all the first game of the season. Those games don't count.
That game was close too. That was a close game. Wasn't
That
it?
was a close
That came down to the
game.
wire.
And then the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Jameis Winston, threw y'all pick six, and then that was pretty much the ball game. And then y'all went on to.
But that's
hey,
all
man, Shaq Barrett back. Is Shaq Barrett back?
Oh yeah, we franchise tagged him. So
And Ndamukong Suh,
we brought him back. We brought JPP back. We got Devin White, who came back from injury. We got Levante David, who could quite possibly be either the first or anywhere between first and third as far as linebacking core. So the defense is really solid. Our front seven is pretty.
You were so happy that Tampa Bay gonna be good this year because
I
they've
knew
been garbage for the last 15 years. So happy.
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, it's been since 2002, baby. But
I'm just worried about our secondary, man.
Y'all old back there, old.
Yeah,
I'm just worried about
y'all got beat up
if we're gonna pay Dak.
Super Bowl.
What'd you say, Hot Dog?
I'm just worried. I hope we don't pay Dak what he wants.
Hold on.
Hey.
Who you got? We're going 8-8 with Durs. I hope you ain't saying Tampa Bay, boy. We might have some problems. Might have to get some fun. But anyways, we're going to wrap things on up today. Oh, man, I really do appreciate you for coming through, stopping by. If y'all do happen to get the dirt boat rolling, of course, man, we would love to come out there and do a live show with dirt boat going on.
I'd like to see what it's about, man. I've never been. I'd like to see what it's about, man.
If dirt boat goes, me and you, Hot Dog, we'll go down there. You know what I'm saying? You good in the hood, Hot Dog. What'd you say? Everybody ask you why all black people love you. You say, hey, the hood love me, baby. Ain't that what you told me, Hot Dog?
It's funny, man. I said that to him. I had open heart surgery, and I told him that the day after I woke up. I said, "You know the hood love me, right?" So, I like the sound of that.
Yes,
oh man, let's see.
Hey man, I do appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Absolutely.
And once I find out something tomorrow, man, y'all be the first one to know. Let y'all know what's going on.
We'll come through it. Then,
all right, man.
Like I told you, baby, you got an open invitation. Whenever you want to come through, kick it with us, man. Just hit me up. Let me know you can come through. Oh man, you know what? We forgot to talk about your HBCU topic. We'll talk about that in another day.
Okay,
Pete, man, I appreciate you taking time out your day. Keezy, man, I know you got the little one over, so I really appreciate you taking time out your day to hang with. I know. Wifey's telling you to come on to the back. I already know what's about to go. I know it's pound time. Oh man, hold on. Before
Look at Easy, do that look again, bro. Do that look again.
Hey, but hold on. I almost forgot. So of course, I don't know if you watched last week's show. Man, we got this game, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 37 cards. You pick a number 1 through 37. I'm gonna count and pick that card. You gotta answer whatever question is on this card. All right?
Oh, I would love to play that.
Now you playing too. Don't worry, it's going around the room. So
we good.
Pick a number 1 through 37.
24.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
He didn't like
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. So, your question is, what's one bad habit you're trying to get rid of?
Drinking pop, drinking soda. Man, that kills me, man. Drinking soda, man, and buying shoes.
Oh yeah, you stay with the. Hey Darius, we know, man. We know we the only friends P got, man. So we got to invite him on the show. All right, Keezy, I'm gonna throw it up to you, man. Pick a number.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keezy. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, I washed dishes at a restaurant one time. That's the worst job I ever had.
Washing dishes at a restaurant?
Washing dishes, man. Oh, Lord, it was terrible.
What was the name of that restaurant? So we can put them on blast. Tumbleweed. Yeah.
In Maysville?
It was the very first job. It was the very first job I ever had.
Washing
Maysville?
Nah, we had one in the mall.
We had one in the mall.
I ain't like working since then.
Oh, man.
I know that's why he just selling dope. Hot dog, what about you picking number?
Let me go with 9, man.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hot dog. What is something I would never guess about you? You ever been with a black girl, hot dog?
I'm thinking. I don't know. Something you would never guess about me?
Yep.
God. I have no idea.
That's how I'm gonna let
Can
you
I
think
come
about
back and
that.
answer?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let
come
me
back
think
to you.
about that.
P, pick a number.
5, baby, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the favorite thing you brought this year?
That I brought?
That you bought this year? What's the favorite thing that you bought this year?
I don't even think I bought nothing this year but food.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick man 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? Man, the best piece of advice, I don't know if I would say the best piece of advice that I've been given.
Probably came from me, didn't it?
No, it definitely did not. Oh man, I would probably say my partner Vince Wade. He gave me some advice, and he just said, man, in anything in life, you always got to remember, everybody can't go with you, bro. Everybody can't go with you. So I would probably say that's probably some of the best advice I get, which is ironic that it came from Vance. But anyways, hot dog, what you got?
Oh, I got it.
Vance got that from Nipsey Hussle, though.
Is that where he got it from?
Yeah.
I got this. The most annoying people in the world to me are Dallas Cowboys fans.
I would say UK fans.
Dallas Cowboys fans and UK fans.
I would say UK
Dallas
fans.
Cowboys fans annoy the shit out of me.
I got a piece of advice for you.
What's that?
Never stress over anything you can't control.
There it is. Hey, we gonna leave the show right there, Ozon. Appreciate you all this, man. We can't wait to get you back on here. Everybody, please like, share, comment on this, man. And everybody, we appreciate you tuning in. I want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out of here.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
All right, though. All right, fellas.
All right.